Have you ever wanted to know about the future, love, dreams, money, sex and bodies?
Well, then you're in luck because we read tarot cards.
And we do it seriously.
We know we're being funny, but it's real. Real magic.
We used to be an Instagram live show.
And then a live show in front of an audience.
Yay! And now, a podcast.
So sit back, relax, and trust the process.
Welcome to The Tarot Show. Hi, I'm Dickie Copeland. I'm a Cancer Sun, Capricorn Rising, Pisces Moon.
And I'm Hannah Garces. I am a Sagittarius Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising.
Whee!
Yay!
How you doing astrologically, my friend?
Yeah. It's crazy out there.
Sounds about right. We'll get into the eclipse and all of that in a little bit. And we're also going to do some readings in this episode at the end of it for the next week. A little bit of guidance since we all need it. But before we get into the episode, just like last week, I find myself once again in the position of issuing a retraction. I actually meant to do this last week and completely forgot because we had our show in between. So we had other stuff to talk about. But 2 episodes ago, we talked for almost an entire episode about docking, which, Hannah, would you like to give the listeners what our definition of docking was?
When we talk about we ourselves docking, it's like how a little Roomba goes into its charger. And that's us when we're on our couch at home under electric blankets. We're docking. We're recharging. We're home. We're safe.
2 little roommate Sims watching Bravo. And then we knew that docking was something, but we thought it was poop related, something butt related. Anyways, after that episode came out, a few people decided to let me know what docking actually was. And one of them particularly being a friend of the pod, Proto Moon, FKA, Funky Boss, Funky Boss, who, by the way, takes incredible pictures of the moon and had a lot of stuff up about the eclipse. So follow him on Instagram at Proto Moon. Gabe texted me. That is, all caps, not what docking means. Crying emoji face. Have you looked it up or can I tell you? Which feels like a very boy thing to be like, can I tell you?
Right. And also, we didn't give it a second thought.
No, we didn't look it up.
Didn't care. Don't know what it is. Docking to me is what docking is. But yeah. But I love more information.
He said, docking, scientifically speaking, is a circumcised and uncircumcised penis touching tips, then pulling the foreskin over the tip of the uncircumcised penis. And then he sent the more you know gif. I was like, oh. Like, I have heard that before.
Does that feel good?
I think that's why my brain erased it, because it was like, why would you really want to do that? But maybe it feels good.
Maybe it feels good.
Maybe it feels awesome.
Anyone who's if any of our listeners have engaged in docking, I would love to hear your experience. I'd love to know. Send a voice note.
Yeah, a little feedback on docking.
Yeah.
Well, so now there's 3 definitions of docking that we get to sort of use at will. But glad to clear that up. Now we're all on the same page. We're all plugged into the same little outlet.
Penis.
Yeah, I have more thoughts, but we can just move on. So the eclipse happened this last week at the beginning of it. How did that affect you, Han?
The energy felt strange.
It's been bad for a while, yeah?
Yes, but this felt
hunky. See, every time we talk about the eclipse, he's been kind of meowing in the corner. It's okay, love.
Yeah, I knew people talking about their pets being weird, people being weird. People were driving extra crazy.
Yeah, I almost got T-boned.
Yes.
I told Hannah this. You guys, I almost died while giving Maroon 5 another chance. Like, I was listening to like some like random, the Spotify like algorithm is like suggesting stuff, and like every now and again I won't lie, sometimes my 2 truths and a lie. One of the truths is that I do actually enjoy Maroon 5 from time to time.
Brave.
Thank you. I think also too, like being like an Orange County kid when they were like Cara's Flowers, we all kind of remember that. But what was it? Is it One More Night? I think that's the name of the song. And it came on and I was like, oh, this shit like actually rocks. And I literally took my hands off to do like a double peace sign, like, okay, like as like the song was starting to like hit, and somebody almost T-boned me, and that was almost the moment I died. That I would have died and no one would have known that. Like that just would have been. Or it's not even like I feel like I almost got like really super hurt is actually how it felt, like that my heart was racing afterwards. Like this guy ran his red light when I was turning left, and the car to my left stopped, and it came all the way through that and like was close to my door.
Oof.
So he definitely was like going pretty fast.
Yeah.
And we made eye contact with me with my double peace fingers up. Like I was like, whoa, buddy. Of course, the second I was like, it was on the day of the eclipse.
Yes.
So whoops, I knew better.
Just a weird time.
Yeah, I've had bad dreams too. Bad ocean dreams.
Ew.
I know. It's okay. I'm a water sign. It happens.
Yeah.
Should we cleanse the space?
Sure.
Should we cleanse our bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been talking a lot about cleansing the space because we didn't do it so much during our live show, and the effects were felt. And I was talking about juniper being a great new thing I'm going to go to Home Depot and buy some juniper bushes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and put them by the doors. Ever since our live show too, we've had a little bit of a spooky haunting kind of thing happening in the house. You know, I have this bad habit of telling Hannah things like a couple of weeks later because you and I just don't catch each other a lot.
Right.
So we actually get to use this podcast to catch up a lot. But I did manage to tell Hannah that some doors have been opening. I keep hearing her come home at night when she's not coming home at night, which is especially spooky, especially for me because I'm like deaf. I'm like
Right.
truly hard of hearing in my left ear. And I was like, oh, I like hear you come home. And the cats do too. They like, I know, they like lift their heads too. So that's why it seems real.
Yeah.
And then there's nobody, just nobody. Lyle.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. So we've got to cleanse the space.
Yeah,
We're
big
going to be
time.
we're really good about cleansing now.
Yes, we are. We've
Clean girl
clean girl.
aesthetic.
Okay, I cleanse the space, cleanse the deck. Should we cleanse our bodies?
Yeah. And how do we do that, Han?
With a shot of Fireball.
Clean girl aesthetic.
Clean girl aesthetic. From the womb to the tomb. Bop.
Tastes like not consenting to a ghost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, hey, it feels like someone getting in your Uber behind you. You're like, no, don't come home with me. Or like at the end of the haunted mansion.
Oh, yeah.
You have the little
You look in the mirror.
hitchhiker.
Yeah. You're like, ah.
Yeah. That's how I felt after you and I left UCB from our show.
Yeah, we brought something back with us. For sure.
We got to see a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, now that the body's cleansed, I feel a lot better,
Yeah.
a lot safer. I guess we can move right into blessings. Do you have a blessing for this weekend?
I do. I want to bless metalheads who love their cats.
Wow, angels walking this
Angels.
Earl, this
Yeah.
earth,
This Earl.
this Earl. What angels walking around with Earl tea, but it's in like a mug that says like,
And the font always looks like just a pile of sticks. I love those guys. But yeah, I just love them. And I was just kind of thinking about over the course of my life, some of the sweetest people, but mostly like men I know are wearing like all black, pierced nose, crazy hair, like a suicidal tendencies hat, or like one of those stick font hats. But they're like mild mannered,
yeah,
sweet, have a couple cats that they love. And also I was thinking about it too. Someone said that metalheads and goth, like that sort of like rock hard aesthetic, is like good people masquerading as bad people.
yeah,
And that like hippies and people who dress like hippies are bad people masquerading as good people. And I thought about that because at work,
oh,
the people who are always super friendly, tip well, are the like wearing all black, piercings, kind of got that metal thing going. And the people who tip like shit are the ones who come in wearing it's a vegan restaurant, come in wearing a shirt that's like, don't eat the homies with the cow on it, and like and come in being like, I appreciate you guys so much. Like the owner came out, she was like putting bakeries, like baked goods in the thing, and this girl was like, I appreciate you so much for everything you do. And I'm like, do you know this girl? And she's like, no, she like follows me on Instagram, whatever, like she seems nice or whatever. Girl didn't tip.
ugh,
And it's like, Don't
Just words.
just don't even pretend.
Yeah. Also, why did you have to say it that loud?
Yeah.
Who are you saying that for?
Like, oh, thank you. Like prayer hands. Like, I appreciate you so much.
It sets my teeth on edge a little bit.
Yes. So blessings to the metalheads.
Yeah, you know what I feel about the metalheads? You bring up such an excellent point. It feels like in the light board of life, like they have the right dials set for masculine and feminine, like mixed together, right?
Yes.
Like there's a security there, which is very comforting and safe feeling.
Yes.
They're akin to the, like, I have found myself in my theater journey of life being drawn to a lot of the tech bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, the guy who did tech for our live show, Beowulf.
Oh, right. Not tech bro, not to be mistaken with someone who like works for Uber, but
No.
like a theater tech.
The technician.
The tech guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
The techies.
The techies.
Who like have like tape hooked on their belt.
Yeah.
And they've blacked out like the white parts of their sneakers. Like their cons have black tape on and they like squeak around. And
Yes.
I have one time had a spotlight technician. I did spot in high school too because I couldn't sing, so I didn't make any of the musicals. So I did spot for Godspell, and the guy that was teaching me how to do it was so kind and cool, and he was a metalhead too. He
yeah.
One Doc Martin in each world. Absolutely
love
cool.
that.
It's a little grandpa energy too, which I love.
Like they have a kind of hard exterior, which is like, I think maybe their protection because there is a softness.
Yeah.
They are nice people, and it's like a little bit of like their armor.
Yeah. Well, and they have such a clear aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like you open that closet, you know who it belongs to.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And also too, they've probably been that way for so long.
Yes.
Whereas like the girl with the homie shirt, don't eat the homies, like that's a new shirt. It's a fast fashion shirt.
A child died making that t-shirt in Bangladesh. You fucking bitch.
Meanwhile, your goth guy is like stitching his own shirt.
Yeah, he's had the same, what's a metal band name? Like fucking he's had the same shirt since the 8th grade, and he just keeps stitching it back up.
You gotta love.
I love you guys.
All right,
I
Hannah
see you.
is lighting a candle for the metalheads who watch crochet on their TikTok FYP,
Exactly.
who are listening to the cats more in the background than us. Why are my cats calling for their friends right now?
I know, they're scared.
They both were weird during the eclipse. They stared outside. They were like staring at the same like sort of middle point out in the yard. I think because it was just dimming.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would like to bless. All right, I'm going to just do this one.
I love it.
Here's the thing. No one's going to agree with me. And that's okay. And I don't bless this ironically, but it's because it is a sign for it's attached to a bigger picture for me. But I want to bless those like super mask speedboats that have the huge speaker rack on them. Like they're a menace on the lake, right?
Yes.
They're a menace on the river. They're a menace wherever they are. And I remember specifically last summer hearing one play. Coldplay tends to keep coming up in our podcast, but playing Paradise by Coldplay, like at like, a bone rattling volume.
Wow.
And it really carries over the water. And that's what's so rude about it is like everyone else is like listening to your Coldplay choice. But there's something I find really comforting about it, especially too, because like where we go, there'll be like 5 of them and they're all playing their own things. And it drives my dad up the fucking wall.
That drives me crazy.
And I really like it. I don't know why. I feel like everyone's having their own little party. And there's something about when sometimes they sync up and they all play Toby Keith at once.
R.I.P.
And you just, I don't know, there's something cool about that. That's a nice little moment. It just like, I think it just immerses me so deeply into boat culture.
Yeah.
Which I like to dabble in. And it just makes me happy. And I've been longing for the days. It's pretty much gone too. Like everything's evaporated in America. So there's no place, like literally my family used to go on houseboats and Lake Mead is gone.
Yeah.
They found all the bodies in the
Right.
in the oil drums that got they're just like not even on the beach. They're like high up on the hills.
Dark.
It's really dark-sided. So it's fully gone. There's nowhere to do this anymore. So when you do see somebody with that speaker rack too, it's like everyone's like standing in like ankle deep water, just like really committing to the bit still. So maybe that's what I like about it. But I just wanted to bless, despite Coyote. Oh my God.
What the?
No wonder the cats have been yelling.
Her nips are out.
Does she have a little baby
There must
pup?
be a baby somewhere.
Oh, wow. She's going to the right into the bamboo. Hannah and I record at our table, and you can see out our sliding glass door onto our back deck, and a coyote just ran across.
Well,
There's another one.
oh, wait. Oh, yeah.
No
That
nips
must be
on
the
that.
dad.
Yeah.
She just like ran up and stopped and just looked at us.
Well, and Hunk likes to go sit in the one window with a screen. Oh, here they come back out. Maybe I'll try to take a pic so we
I'm
can post
waving.
it.
Hey, girl.
Oh, so they're just coming in and out.
Those are kind of big boys, too.
I know. They must have a family together. Maybe they have new pups. It is spring.
Yeah. I saw two birds having sex yesterday on my lunch break.
What?
I saw a bird's bussy. I guess it's not a
Did you
bussy.
see? What if you saw two birds docking?
Can a bird be circumcised?
It happens when they're just out of the egg. They do it with their beaks. Wait, but the bird's bussy, you were saying?
Yeah, I was like tooting for the other bird, and I saw like the weird little hole. It was like it was too much.
I feel like I didn't really understand that birds did it that way.
Yeah.
Of course they do, right? I sort
Yeah.
of thought the eggs were laid and then they got pollinated, which is I knew isn't true.
Yeah, maybe they were doing something different. But
or maybe they're just having fun.
maybe they were gay and they were docking.
Maybe they were stimulating.
Stimming.
They were stemming. Oh yeah, Hunk is locked in. Hunk likes to follow the coyotes from window to window, guarding us.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for your service.
I feel like if Hunk was a guy, he would have a boat with a huge speaker rack.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about anyone else.
No, he's like, we're all gonna listen to 90s country.
Which, okay, I'm with you up until we have all these giant boats with giant speakers playing different things at the same time. That's what makes me want to actually pass away. I hate like the cross,
See,
like
for
cross
me-
talking, cross like music, sound. That makes me feel fucking insane.
I think this is why this is unique to my experience is I can only hear the one boat. And I do like it really loud because your girl truly requires a hearing aid. So
Right.
I'm like, great, I can feel it in my chest. I'm having my Mr. Holland's Opus moment. So I can't hear all of them at once. I really can only dial into the one
Right.
at a time. But I kind of feel like you like almost like you travel from pool of light to pool of light. Mm-hmm. But you would probably be able to hear all of them at once.
Yeah.
Especially music. I know you don't like that.
I fucking hate that.
And they are vying for like the crown.
No.
And I don't think anyone's making a great musical choice either.
No. Well. All right. Want to light that candle
I do.
for the big boats?
Big boats. So American. One of the few American things I enjoy.
Yeah.
And now it's time for curses. Curses.
Curses.
Do you think the coyote was like, what's happening inside?
The fuck?
Is there a goat in there?
Yeah. I'm hungry.
They're like, we got to get in that house. There's goats in there.
Okay, curses. Okay, I can start. I want to curse how many ways there are to spell the name Lindsay. People named Lindsay are great. Some of my favorite people in the world are named Lindsay. But why are there too many ways to spell it? And I'm always scared that I'm spelling it wrong. L-Y, L-I, and then the S-A-Y, S-E-Y. I've seen it with a Z.
I was going to say, you can get a Z in there. You could drop the D.
Yeah.
It's a silent D, basically, Lindsay. You could get two N's in there.
It's just, it makes me feel scared and confused. And I want it to stop.
What's the craziest way you can spell Lindsay?
L-Y.
Two L's. Yinzy.
Yinzy. L-Y-N-N, like Lynn. I bet someone's done that. L-Y-N-N.
Maybe even an E-S or easy.
Easy. A-Y.
Yeah, or E-I-G-H.
Oh, no. Yeah, you know that's happened. Stop doing that.
Yeah, it's because there's so many vowels. Dang, Han, that is pretty spooky.
So I just wanted to stop.
It's like there's a lot of ways to spell George, but people aren't fucking with that so much.
No.
Anyways,
Just let it be.
Let it be. Hannah has blown out the candle to curse the multitude of ways one can spell Lindsay.
Pick one.
Yeah, like let's just, maybe it's like the US can have one and the UK can have one.
Yeah.
And then
fine.
you're like, well, fine, you're spelling it like color.
Or gray.
I would like to curse when you buy new ballpoint pens and they have that little tiny plastic ball at the end of the ink point. What's funny is when I started getting nails, like hard gel nails, and they're a little bit longer, I get like a stiletto point because I like feeling like I can really sink all 10 into a jugular if I have to.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there are things you were not going to be able to do, like putting a credit card into
Like a parking meter?
a parking meter. Is impossible to pull it out because when you put it in so deep, you can't really grab it with your nails.
Oh my God.
And I fully have like gotten like, and you look so funny trying to like with your knuckles, like get it out of there. And like, I was like making crude tools to try and like, you're just waiting for somebody to come by. Like, please give me my card, my Citibank card. That's one of the things. Picking up coins is another thing, or like earring backs. But like one of the things I didn't realize that would be so hard to do is taking those little ballpoint balls off.
Oh.
And then after you take it off, it's so small that like it's so by the time you go to throw it away, it's like gone. Like you open your fingers to drop it and it's gone.
Wow.
And you're like, did I eat it? Did I inhale it? Like I think it's a microplastic in my lung now, in my bronchial tubes and my bronchial branches. For Tarot Show, when you and I put all the pens,
Oh, right.
I like opened like 30 pens and it hurt so bad.
Oh.
It also hurt.
You should have asked me. I would have done it.
A cap rising.
Asking for help? Yes. I got my stupid, I'd chew my nail. I have disgusting nails.
I love when you get a manicure though.
Yeah.
It makes you so happy and you stop chewing.
Yeah.
And then when you got the yin and yang one, that was like the best.
Yeah, those rocked.
But yeah, I should have asked you. But also I don't want you to rip open your already like chewed fingers.
It's fine.
Who cares? It feels like ripping at like a old sweater to me. I'm like, she's gonna bleed.
That's okay. That's okay. Nobody cares.
I care. All right. Well, that was curses.
Oh, don't forget to blow out your little candle, Dick.
Otherwise, the curse won't be enacted. Here I go.
By little balls.
In 2025,
Yeah.
if we could take those out of the fucking Dove body washes, we should be able to take them out of. I gotta write like big pen.
Yeah.
Bic. I gotta write Bic and let them know. I think it's unethical. Anyways,
Anyway.
moving on to the guidance part of the actual tarot part of the show. We are going to pull cards. So this is where you, as the listener, when you're listening, you decide if you're a 1, a 2, or a 3. And we will pull cards for each of those numbers that will represent some guidance over the next week.
Yeah.
And maybe let us know a little bit about what's going on with you, and maybe just see if the spirits can kind of be like, hey, try this.
Yeah.
We'll start with 1s, then we'll do 2, then we'll do 3. Pick amongst yourself. You don't have to tell anybody either. It can be a little private thing for just you.
It could be a secret.
It can be a secret, a little secret garden cut.
All right. Here we go.
All right. For 1s, if you're 1 step forward. Oh. All right. Well, 1s are pulling it. The 1s have taken the fucking Top Gun jet and pulled it all. They were like, about to hit the eject button, and now they're pulling all the way up.
Yep.
What a fun little spread we've pulled for the 1s.
That is a very fun spread. Okay, so first we pulled the Chariot, and then 9 of Cups reversed, and then Judgment.
Upright judgment. Yeah, I mean, that's the Chariot too, is where I feel that Top Gun energy. We're in our little bomber jackets.
Yeah.
Zip it up because shit's about to happen and happen fast.
Yeah, be brave.
Be brave. Comb out that mustache. You're not gonna want to have to look at it in the mirror later.
Yeah. And it's like if the chariot is about like kind of like leaving your comfort zone and moving forward, and the 9 of Cups, reversed or not, is a really positive card. So it's like that's going to pay off. If you do something, maybe say yes to something that you're a little scared to say yes to, but want to do, or put yourself in have that difficult conversation. Maybe tell someone how you feel.
Yeah, maybe put the gas on when you're driving towards something that is a little bit of a risk you've always wanted to take.
Yes.
Because imagine if it did work out.
Yeah.
And then drive towards that.
Yeah.
That's the signage you should be looking for. It's like, wow, if it did work out, what would that look like? Okay, I want that. Mm-hmm. That's my best advice for anyone. Yes. Assume it's going to work out. Mm-hmm. Assume the most positive case. But yeah, if you're like, but damn, what if? Mm-hmm. And then finally, too, judgment at the end of that.
Yeah, it's about renewal, rebirth.
A little clarity, too.
Yeah.
Like hearing that call. Mm-hmm. A small risk will lead to a bigger sort of path, a little bit more knowledge.
Definitely.
At least you'll know your call sign at the end.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm hot dog.
I'm hot dog.
Finally. All right. Next up is going to be the 2s. Here we go, hand. Hand's going to shuffle, of course.
Because I have little nub nails.
Yeah, actually flipping cards over is also a hard thing. I'm getting rid of my nails for summer, though.
Yeah.
It's time to go back to feeling something at the tips of my fingers. Although I've mainly had nails just for the cats because they love it so much.
Yeah. And they're really cute.
They are really cute, and they do feel so femme, it's high-key femme, which I love. But I have more furniture to take apart.
Yeah. We got shit we got to do.
It's true. Might as well just put a knife back in my purse anyways. I always take it out because I have to. Do you know the amount of knives I've thrown away at the airport?
All right.
For the number 2s. Now it's your time to step forward. Think about it, 2s. Give it a little squeeze before we pull. Get that energy in there. All right. I'm cutting. Thinking of the 2s out there.
2s. All right. Here we go. Oh.
Well, the 2s are different than 1s. If you both are in a car together, you should look at each other and you should laugh because 2s are going to need a little help from the 1s.
Yeah.
I bet AVP, if he was thinking, he would pick a 2.
Aww.
These are some of the cards he's been getting. AVP is my work husband. He's also a Cancer, and he's also going through an issue. My poor friend. Okay, so anyways, we start with the 4 of Swords reversed, the 3 of Swords upright, and then the Emperor upright. A very metallic, and not in the metalhead way.
Right.
This is more of a guy with an actual sword on his wall, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. This guy's weird.
That's a real sword.
Yeah.
That's like a katana or something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that 4 of Swords reversed is funny. We always used to pull that after big, huge party. It usually signifies a hangover for me, but it might be more of a spiritual hangover.
Right. And when it's reversed, it's kind of about that nervousness.
Yeah. The anxiety. It's an anxious card.
And then followed by that 3 of Swords, which is,
yeah.
We've talked about the swords being the suit of sort of the intellect. A lot of the pain we feel is self-inflicted or happens in our heads. So these 2 cards together might mean kind of fighting those thoughts.
I would say the 4 of Swords reversed feels to me like when you're in a dream and you kind of want to wake up or you want to reach the surface of the water and you can't. And you're trying to wake up and you can't. That sort of feeling.
Yeah.
And it's funny to have all these swords after I just talked about all the knives I throw away at the airport. Feels like the deck is laughing a little bit.
Tee-hee.
Here you go. Here's all your knives. Yup, yush. And then, of course, straight heartbreak. But I do think, too, there's something about just that feeling of gloom, you know, coming. It's not like, oh, you're going to get heartbroken. It's more like this. I think it being tied to the Four of Swords reverse, that like anxious. And now it's like emotional anxiety. And then, of course, the Emperor at the end, which could be an actual person.
Right.
Usually,
Could also,
you go.
Oh, no, I cut you off.
I was just going to say, it could be a very, not disciplined, but like hard person, perhaps in your life that might be causing some of this. Or it could be
your own need to assert yourself, set boundaries.
Right. If the whole theme of Swords is no one is as hard as you, on you, as you.
Yes.
Then you might be your own emperor.
Yeah. Keep yourself in check. Or if someone else, I kind of got this feeling too of like, it's okay to not be liked if in the interest of protecting yourself.
Yeah. Especially because the Emperor, one of the things you can see about him are those, I'm always struck by these like Galliano armored knee-high boots he's got on, these pointy like metal armor boots. And I do think there's something about like, they're pointy. They look like my nails. It feels like he's going to kick in the shins.
Yeah.
Maybe put your steel-toed boots on, emotionally speaking.
Yeah.
And get ready to have to protect yourself. But that's good.
It is good.
There is a strength to the Emperor too.
Definitely.
Right? So like you do have your own strength to protect yourself. You can wake yourself up.
So do it.
All right, twos.
All right, twos.
I'm going to light a little candle for the twos.
We're thinking about your twos.
We're thinking about the twos. I think the ones are like, wow! Like literally in the Barbie Corvette. And the twos are like rocking back and like in the back seat.
Like Stewie from Family Guy in a straitjacket. Yes. Oh, no.
No, wait. From the Babadook, the kid that screams in the back.
Oh, yeah. Why can't you just be normal?
His little head tilted to the side. Yelling where you can see the little uvula in the back. Oh, that's pretty funny. Twos need to like take a day. You know what? Maybe the Emperor's like, take your own sick day.
Yeah, take a mental health day.
Yeah. Don't let the feeling that you have to do something stop you.
Yeah.
You got to prioritize number one sometimes.
Big time.
Or number two.
Yeah.
Prioritize number two.
Right.
Wow, you should have thought of yourself as number one. That's your problem.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Put yourself second.
But y'all don't want to have that discussion. Yes, you do. That's why you're here. Okay. Number three.
All right. If you picked number 3, guidance for the next week. I've really had a 2 week. I would have picked a 2 too.
Yeah.
And I did take a sick day because I needed it. All right, here comes a 3.
Pow. Oh.
Dang, a lot happening in the cards. The cards are screaming in all caps this week. Yeah. When we're good, we're good. And when we're bad, we're horrid. All right, Han, you want to read us through?
Bam. Okay, yeah, we have 8 of Wands, 9 of Swords, and then the Devil reversed. Our old friend, the Devil.
The Devil coming back. The Devil peeking back up to be like, hi.
Remember me from your show?
I was a star in your show. Why didn't you put me on the fucking poster, you bitches? You should have paid me out. You fucking didn't credit me. The Devil wrote our show. The Devil ghost wrote our show.
Oh my God.
I like when the Devil's upside down because it does feel like when he like a jump scare where the head is like dropping from the ceiling. You're like, ah! All right, so we've got the 8 of Wands, one of the few cards with no actual figure on it, just wands shooting across from left to right, all being thrown in the same direction. I think it's usually just indicates that feeling of things happening fast.
Yes.
Big things happening, and you're sort of like almost overwhelmed, like J.J. Abrams is The Rise of Skywalker. My big critique of that movie was that the entire movie was things moving from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen because it was just chases. Oh. It was just people running towards things, and you have to get this thing, and then once you acquire this thing, now you need this thing, and like these people are now chasing you through this desert and you're going this way. It was like, ugh. But that's sometimes how the 8 of Wands feels to me.
I didn't watch that movie, but that sounds lame.
It was really lame. It was like watching kids run across a lawn.
Right.
Like, okay.
Or the way you describe it is like how when kids make up a story and tell you, and then she did this, and then she did this, and then she walked over here to do this, and then this happened to her, and then she did this. It's like,
and then she had a yellow lightsaber.
Yeah.
The end.
Cool.
I'm so glad I paid $19 to see it. But anyways, shit's happening, and it's happening fast.
Yeah.
Would you agree, Han?
Definitely. Urgency. Messages.
I was going to say messages, yeah.
Emails.
Receipts.
Annoying.
Proof.
Timeline. Yeah.
And then we move into the lovely Nine of Swords, which is a funny companion to the Four of Swords reversed.
Definitely. It shows a figure sitting upright in their bed. There's 9 swords mounted on the wall behind them. They're clearly distressed and have woken up from a bad dream.
They did wake up. They had that
Yep.
and woke up.
Yes. And yeah, this is a card. This card kind of pops up. I feel like we've talked about it quite a bit. But again, it's about anxiety and your thoughts and trying to discern what's real and what's not.
Do you have advice for someone in the Nine of Swords era of their lives?
I mean, it's easier said than done, but I think this card encourages you to find some way to silence those thoughts or do what you can to create those new neural pathways, as my psychiatrist once said.
Wisdom.
And whether that's medication, therapy, whatever, because routine, because this person is covered in a blanket with roses and all the signs of the zodiac, and it's a reminder of how you are protected, how there's always a different perspective, how things are so much bigger than this and you, and you know, a lot of these worries, they don't serve you.
Yeah, and they're repetitive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what Eight of Wands is all about, is breaking out of that cyclical thinking.
Definitely. And then I think that makes sense going into the Devil reverse.
Yes, please elaborate on that.
So in the Devil card, you see the devil, obviously.
The devil.
The Debbie. And he's really scary. And and there are 2.
Can you say the devil name in the Anna Faris House Bunny voice?
The devil.
That's him for sure.
Satan. Beelzebub. Lucifer.
And yeah, so he's perched with his little bird feet on the thing, and then he's holding 2 people prisoner with chains around their necks. And this card can be associated with like addiction, just being bound by substances, ideas, whatever.
Toxic behavior.
Toxic, mate. And so when it's reversed, though, that's when the chains have the potential to slide off. And so if we're talking about things happening, breaking the cycle of your own sort of toxic or inhibited thinking, I think this devil card is like that can happen. You can kind of break free of those chains.
Yeah, this is your moment. This is your window.
Mm-hmm.
I think that idea that freedom is around the corner.
Yeah.
And I think you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And use the energy to propel you out finally.
Yes.
Also, I hate to quote the bear.
Oh.
And maybe I won't. But that one episode I did really like with Cousin Richie, where he goes to the other restaurant and he learns the phrase every second counts, and the idea that he's like 40 something and like kind of sort of now is taking the reins on his life and taking pride in it. That idea, I think, is sort of what is applicable here.
Yeah.
Of just so what if it's been so long up until now it stops
Now.
here.
Yeah, that's cool. And okay, it's funny because I think I would have picked 3.
Oh, interesting.
And to me, this reminds me of a moment I had in therapy last week where I was talking about how I just feel like such a fuck up and like I wish I'd done this differently, that differently, and like during the pandemic I should have like gotten a degree online or some you know what I mean, like just like all this stuff that now is so easy to say. And my therapist was like, well, first of all, everyone talks about lockdown like it was, you know, we're all making sourdough bread and we're all fine, but actually it was scary and stressful and whatever. And she's like, And she's like, and you didn't do those things. And beating yourself up about it doesn't help you right now. Being hard on yourself actually only hurts you.
It also diminishes what you did do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you did survive.
Yeah.
And, like, you and I didn't stop being friends.
Yeah.
You know? If anything, we came out stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And we somehow made it through,
Mm-hmm.
despite job stuff and all of that. It's true. like, and we did get out of bad relationships in them.
That's true.
In the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
You and me both.
Shout out. Shout out to those guys.
The little chain slipping. That's what the devil card is for us. Is like, remember those two? You flush them down the toilet.
But yeah, so I guess if you're feeling like that feeling that you're describing of like, ugh, like nothing's ever going to change or I'm never going to get out of this, that is not helping you.
Right. And it's not even about rewriting the past and being like, it was actually fine. Because
No.
also it did suck.
Yeah.
And it did suck. And it's like, yeah, so we didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you are in today.
Yeah.
And you can do whatever you want today.
Yeah.
Not whatever you want, but you can take one, as we love to say, bird by bird. One
Mm-hmm.
little, you're a strong little donkey.
Mm-hmm.
And you can take one little struggling under all the weight of those packs. One little step.
Down into the canyon.
You put the one little shaky hoof right into that little crack in the mountainside and let it hold, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually speaking a lot to me. I have felt this thing. We talk about like, oh, we got to clean our house. Our rooms are so dirty. And I was like, yesterday I finally went to the grocery store, which was so needed. And I like going to the grocery store. I don't know why I it's because of parking, but I don't like to park. Princess parking. But like if I had a driver, I'd go to the grocery store all the time.
Yeah.
But finally went.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, stuff can kind of change now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, threes. Well, you got it.
Yeah.
You can do it, threes.
We're going to be okay.
We're going to be okay.
We're going to be okay.
In fact, the longer it took you to get here, the better.
Yeah. We've got all day.
I'm glad you had fun. I'm honestly glad Hannah fucked around during the pandemic. I think I would have hated you if you got like your associate's degree. I think I would have sat next to you and looked at you like,
Yeah. I will say what was nice about that time, that was like the first time since I was like 16 that I wasn't working.
yeah.
And, my feet and my back didn't hurt. And that rocked, I gotta say. That did kind of rock.
You know what I kind of miss is hearing you play Mario Kart while I was on a Zoom, but my sound was muted and and God bless if my camera was off, but usually my camera was on because I was in a very camera on culture, which is extremely toxic, I think. And so my face would be like completely dead, but I would be hearing you like crush the like rainbow level. And I was like, Rainbow Road.
Yes.
And I was like, damn, Hannah's doing it.
Yeah, I play as Yoshi.
Always.
You like to play as King Boo.
I love to play as King Boo. I like he's a metalhead that is kind.
Yes.
Maybe.
It's not his fault he died.
No, and I like his little sharp teeth.
Yeah.
They look like my nails.
Yeah, it's true. And I like when he like hits you with the shell, and then when he passes you, he like turns around because he's also not physically touching his like ATV. He's just
doesn't
floating
have
above
appendages.
it, and he turns around and is like and like swivels around, and you're like, I can't be mad.
No, because also that's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny.
I wish I could see that in real life. I wish they would do like a live action Mario Kart movie so I could see the King Boo.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Also, what if all the deaths were like super, it was like Fast and the Furious meets Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Like you've got like some like hot character, like the princess characters are like kind of in like a cool outfit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna write that. All right, you guys. Well, the ones, twos, and the threes, we're with you, and we're so glad you're with us.
From the womb to the tomb.
You're gonna break free. I wanna break free. Stop.